नमो वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. Welcome back, children, for our discussion on Krishna's pastimes, Prince Krishna's pastimes in Mathura and Dwaraka. I see some children were not there yesterday. I'll give a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday and we'll start today's stories. Okay. So yesterday we began our discussion from the point where Krishna left Vrindavan and entered Mathura. So in our Child Krishna series, we have seen all the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, how Krishna appeared in Kamsa's prison cell in Mathura, and Vasudeva transferred Krishna from Mathura to Gokul Mahavan and exchanged his babies. He took the little baby girl of Yashoda Mata and kept baby Krishna next to her as she was sleeping. And Krishna started performing so many pastimes in Vrindavan, like liberating Putana, Shakatasur, Trinavarta, Bakasur, Aghasur, Vyomasur, Vatsasur, so many such demons. And he also performed so many enchanting pastimes with the cows and calves and the gopas and the gopis, Vatsalya gopis and Madhurya gopis, Damodar Lila. So all that we have seen, Krishna used to tend cows in the forests of Vrindavan. Along with Balram, he killed so many demons. And we also discussed how Krishna performed Rasa Leela with the gopis. He danced with all the young small gopis in Vrindavan. And we also have seen how Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain. And after about 10 years, more than a decade passed when Krishna was absorbed in performing his pastimes in Vrindavan along with all the Vrajavasis. So Narada Muni thought that Krishna is spending so much time in Vrindavan only. He should also spend some time with Mathura Vasis. So the devotees at Mathura are missing Krishna. If Krishna becomes so absorbed in Vrindavan and Vrindavan pastimes, what will happen to Mathura devotees? So with this intention, Narada Muni went to Kamsa and revealed the birth secret of Kamsa. Kamsa, you thought that Devaki gave birth to a baby girl in her 8th pregnancy, but it was not the right information that you have. So you were searching for that child who was supposed to kill you, according to prediction of that Akashvani. Actually, Devaki gave birth to a male child in her 8th pregnancy. And Vasudeva, although he promised that he will give all his children to you, he has broken his promise. Of course, he is very truthvadi, but he has broken his promise and he has hidden his 8th child. So then as soon as Kamsa heard this news from Narada Muni, he became furious and he imprisoned Devaki and Vasudeva. Actually, he wanted to kill Devaki and Vasudeva, but he did not kill because Narada Muni intervened and said that, oh, if you kill them, their children will run away, Krishna and Balram will run away. So then Kamsa had sent Akrura to bring Krishna and Balram to Mathura. And we have seen the heart-touching scene where all the gopis of Vrindavan were crying in separation from Krishna and Balram as he was leaving. So then Krishna somehow entered Mathura. And he had an eventful tour, very beautiful tour that he did along with the Gopas. First time he's coming to city after a decade. Basically, he took birth in Mathura city only, but he went to Vrindavan and he stayed for about a decade, and then he came back after a decade. So all the Mathura Vasis have been hearing about Krishna's pastimes because whatever happened in Vrindavan, that news also comes to Mathura. And they have been hearing Krishna's pastimes, but now for the first time they are seeing Krishna, witnessing Krishna, because they never saw Krishna till now. So all the Mathura Vasis, men and women, they came out to see Krishna. Then Krishna, as he was touring the city of Mathura along with the Gopas and Balram, he came upon a washerman and he asked for some clothes. And washerman, as yesterday as we discussed, this washerman was very impudent, very arrogant. He insulted Krishna. He said that you are mountain wanderers, forest dwellers, uncivilized villagers. Do you deserve to wear king's clothes? You don't deserve to wear king's clothes. So I will not give you. So if you ask clothes like the soldiers of the king will beat you, will loot you, will arrest you, will kill you. So he insulted. Then Krishna, with his fingertips, separated the head of that washerman from his body and he punished him. Yesterday we discussed how Krishna punishes arrogant people and he delivered this wicked washerman. And actually, this washerman was the washerman in Ayodhya. He commented on Sita Devi, he commented on Lord Ramachandra. Oh, Sita Devi stayed in Ravana's house for 1 year and Ram is bringing her back and then staying with her. So he just commented. Although Sita Devi is supremely pure, universal mother, still he commented. So because of this sinful activity, again he took birth as washerman here and Krishna liberated him. Okay. So we discussed this elaborately yesterday. And okay, so many lessons, we'll not repeat it again. So next, as Krishna was moving, he came upon a weaver. So this weaver had the experience of hearing about Krishna. So as soon as Krishna and Balram came in front of the weaver offered so many beautiful garments to Krishna. And Krishna became so pleased with his service. So, and he also offered cloth ornaments to Krishna. So the some bracelets and anklets and some necklaces made of cloth and some jewels he offered them, because the ornaments made of just some gold and silver, they may hurt the body sometimes. They're metals. But cloth ornaments are very soft on the body. You know what Krishna is going to do next? Krishna is going to fight with the wrestlers of Kamsa, Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. So while wrestling, Krishna wears golden ornaments. These ornaments may hurt his body. So he gave cloth ornaments to Krishna. Okay. So that also has some special reason. And this weaver, in his past life, he was a tailor in Mathura. So in Mathura, there was a nice tailor. He stitched clothes for the marriage of Ram and Sita. On the same day when Ram married Sita, his 3 brothers also married, Sita's sisters. Ram, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrughan, all of them were married. All of them got married on the same day. So this tailor got an opportunity to stitch clothes for Ram and Lakshman. So Ram and Lakshman wore those clothes. They were nicely ornamented. They came out to give darshan. And the tailor saw, wow, such a wonderful darshan. I am so fortunate to stitch dress, the wedding dress of Ram and Lakshman. But if I can personally dress them with these garments and ornaments, I would be more fortunate. So Ram noticed the desire. Oh, this person wants to personally dress me, personally offer me ornaments. So I'll fulfill his desire. So that same Ram and Lakshman came in the form of Krishna and Balram. And this weaver got an opportunity to personally decorate. He was offering all the armlets and the bracelets and necklaces and anklets. He was personally offering. So that's one incident. So next, there was another devotee named Sudama, Sudama florist. There is another Sudama. When Krishna went to Sandipani Muni's ashram, tomorrow we'll discuss that. He went to Sandipani Muni's ashram. There he had a Brahmana friend. Okay, his name was also Sudama. But this Sudama is different from that Sudama. This Sudama is a florist in Mathura. So this Sudama not only had the experience of hearing about Krishna, he also had the experience of seeing Krishna. Because he was a florist, his job is to make nice garlands. So he would go to nearby villages to collect some special and unique flowers. So this Sudama florist went to Vrindavan once, a few times, and he was picking flowers and he saw Krishna from a distance, blue boy playing with his friends. He had that experience. So now, since then, Sudama's heart was completely caught up in love for Krishna. So he was thinking of Krishna. He developed so much of affection for Krishna. So now Sudama came to know that Krishna is coming to Mathura. Sudama wanted to make some special garlands for Krishna, Balaram, and his associates. So while all the Mathuravasis came out to see Krishna, Sudama did not come. He was making garlands for Krishna. So Krishna asked all the Mathuravasis. He said, "Oh, there is some Sudama florist. Where is he? Where is he?" He asked the address of Sudama's house from various people, and somehow reached Sudama's house. Sudama did not notice that. He was just making garland like this very nicely. And suddenly he saw some blue lotus feet are there. Then Pitambari is there. Then Krishna is standing there. So then he offered obeisances. And because Krishna was standing so close to Sudama florist, Sudama did not have sufficient place to offer full dandavats, prostrated dandavats. He offered half dandavats. And then he got up and he picked up a garland and offered to Krishna. And Krishna also offered it to Krishna, reciprocated with his devotion. And he also offered garlands to Balaramji and all the other Gopas who were accompanying Krishna. So, and he said, "Shall we recite some shlokas for a change, like in Bhagavad Gita? Who will recite the shloka?" Krishikeshan raised his hand. Jahnavi, I'll come back.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Krishi, you can recite this. Tavagnapayatam bhrityam
Tavagnapayatam vrityam
kimaham karvani mam
kimaham karavanivam
sotyanugraho yesha
pumsote anugraho esha
bhavadbhiryanniyujyate
bhavadbhiryanniyujyate.
Tavagnapayatam bhrityam. Here, this Sudama florist came in front of Krishna and said, "Agna, please give me an order. Bhrityam, I am your servant. Just order me what kind of service I can do for you." Right? Kimaham karavani mam. What am I supposed to do for you? Pumso ati anugraho yesha bhavadbhiryan niyujyate. The greatest blessing that a human being can receive is to get an opportunity to render service to Krishna. That's the greatest blessing. So he said that. Then Krishna said, you know what Krishna said? "Please give some garlands to us." That's all. Krishna doesn't expect anything that you cannot offer him. So Krishna also gives us service according to the capacity that we have. Krishna doesn't have undue expectations from us. So we need to serve Krishna to the best of our ability. Okay. So Krishna is more pleased with our attitude more than the magnitude of our service. So Hanumanji was bringing big boulders and mountain peaks for the construction of this bridge, but the squirrel was just getting some sand particles and pebbles for the construction of the bridge. But Ram is pleased with both. One may not be doing the best service. One should do service to the best of one's ability. What is the best of my ability is different from what is the best of someone else's ability. You do your best. Squirrel is doing his best. Hanumanji is doing his best. If Hanumanji gets some sand particles and pebbles, then it's like he's not doing his best service to Ram, right? And you cannot expect squirrel to get mountain peaks. You do according to your capacity. It's like you are children, you can do some little service to Krishna. When you are grown up, you can do more service to Krishna. Okay, like that. So Krishna is pleased with this. Bird can fly into the sky according to its flying capacity. We discussed this yesterday. So okay. Sudama offered this prayer. Jahnavi, be ready.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Great. Sopi vavre kalam bhaktim.
So vivarkalam bhaktim.
Sopi vavre achalam bhaktim.
Sopi vavle achalam bhaktim.
Tasmin eva khilatmani.
Tasmin eva kilam mane.
Tad bhakteshu cha sauhardam.
Tad bhaktechu cha sobhadram.
Bhuteshu cha dayam param.
Bhuteshu cha dayam param.
Okay, great. So Sudama offered this prayer in which he had 3 desires. Krishna said, "I am very pleased with your service, Sudama. Ask any benediction from me." And he said, that I want unshakable devotion to you, achalam bhaktim, then friendship with all devotees, okay, tad bhakteshu sauhardam, and compassion for all beings. So what are the three greatest desires that we can have? Unshakable devotion to Krishna, friendship with Krishna's devotees, and third thing is compassion for all common people. We should be very kind and affectionate to other people. Okay. So now in this past life, in his past life, Sudama was a florist named Hemamali in Kuvera's gardens. Okay. So he worshipped Shiva with 5,000 flowers. Oh, sorry, 300 flowers for 5,000 years. So then he asked Shiva, I want a boon from you. Shiva said, what do you want? I want to offer garlands to Krishna. I want an opportunity to personally offer garlands to Krishna. See, even to offer a garland to Krishna is a rare privilege that for which he waited for 5,000 years. And Shiva blessed. By Shiva's blessings, he became Sudama florist. So now, after this, Krishna moved ahead and he found a hunchback woman, Kubja. And Kubja offered all ointments and cosmetics and sandalwood pulp to Krishna. And Krishna supported her back with his one hand, and with his two fingers, he just lifted her neck like this and made her hunchback body into a very straight and beautiful body. Okay. And she happened to be Surpanakha in her previous life. Surpanakha wanted Ram. Okay. Surpanakha loved Ram, and then Ram said, no, I am Ekapatni Vrata, I cannot accept you. So Surpanakha went and did some tapasya and at Pushkara Tirtha, and Shiva came and said, what do you want? Then Surpanakha said, I want Ram as my husband. Okay. Then no, Ram is Ekapatni Vrata, you cannot get it. But when that Ram comes in the form of Krishna, he can fulfill your desire. He can accept you as your he can accept you as his consort. So that we have seen yesterday. So now today's topic. So now have you noticed, as Krishna is touring Mathura, his dressing is happening. When we go into the altar of say Vrindavan Bihari, we first offer him dress. Then we offer him ornaments. Then we offer him garlands. Then we offer him scent, sandalwood, pulp, or whatever, some cosmetics. So Krishna took dress from washerman. Krishna received ornaments from the weaver. And Krishna received garlands from Sudama. Krishna received sandalwood pulp and other cosmetics from this Kubja, Trivakra. Okay. We completed this yesterday. So first about 15-20 minutes went in recap. So now Krishna continued his tour. So Krishna asked all the people there, Mathura people. So Kamsa erected a big altar to keep the sacrificial bow of Shivadhanu. So where is that Shivadhanu we want to see? And they directed, oh, go this way, take left, take right, go straight. Like that they directed. And Krishna and Balram reached the spot where this Shivadhanu was kept. So there comes the soldiers were carefully protecting, guarding this Shivadhanu. So Lord Shiva's bow. So Krishna wanted to go on the altar, on the stage. Then the soldier said, no, you cannot go. Okay. Then Krishna just bet that fellow. Okay. And that soldier fell down. And Balramji also bet few people and they fell down. And Krishna went straight inside. And then he picked up that bow. That bow is so huge, just like Lord Ramachandra has picked up the bow effortlessly and strung the bow and then tried to twang, and the bow broke in two pieces right in the middle. Similarly, Krishna also did the same thing. Okay. So Krishna tried to string the bow and then pull the string and the bow broke to two pieces. And so many soldiers were opposing Krishna and Balram. So Krishna and Balram took those two pieces of the bow and started beating all the soldiers there and killed some guards there. Okay. So this is basically all evil soldiers of Kamsa. They are his loyal servants. So Krishna wanted to teach a lesson to Kamsa by first punishing his soldiers. So Krishna broke the bow. And when Krishna broke the bow, Krishna was looking like cloud. And the bow was looking like rainbow. And the sparks that came out when the bow broke, they were like lightning. And the cracking sound was like thunder. So as if it's raining when Krishna broke the bow. Okay. So now Lord Ramachandra, when he broke the bow also, there is some special incident that happened. So Dasharat, no, not sorry, the Janaka Maharaj. Janaka Maharaj ordered his servants, get that Shivadhanu. Then 300 strong men like wrestlers, okay, they kept this bow on a big chariot that has hundreds of wheels, and they pushed into the assembly. So that's how the bow was brought. And Ram was a 12-year-old boy. So Vishwamitra said, "You want to strike? I don't mind." So Ram went and picked up that bow with left hand effortlessly, made it stand, and then strung the bow with his delicate hands, and then pulled the string. And as he pulled the string, the bow broke into two pieces, as you know. So then Sita Devi was mesmerized seeing this scene. Abhirama Gunakara Sharadhe Jagadeka Dhanurdhara Dhiramate Raghunayaka Rama Ramesha Vibho Varato Bhavadeva Daya Jaladhe Abhirama Gunakara Dasharadhi. So Lord Ramachandra is an abode of all good qualities, and he's so beautiful. He's so handsome. So, and he's the best of all bowmen. Jagadeka Dhanurdhara Dhiramate. He's very sober. So when Lord Ramachandra lifted this bow and broke this bow, then Sita Devi came with a garland to offer it to Ram. She was around 6 years old at that time. Okay, so Ram was 12 years old and Sita was 6 years old. So she wanted to offer garland. Then Ram said, "Hey, stop. What is this garland?" She was stunned. Okay, basically it's understood that Sita is about to marry Ram. Okay, she was prepared for it. Ram was not prepared for it. My guru Vishwamitra told me to string the bow. I tried to string the bow and the bow broke. That's all. This marriage proposal, I don't know. Why are you coming? I was shocked. And the Mithila Naresh, or the Janaka Maharaj, he became very surprised and disappointed also. There are so many kings, big kings tried to string this bow. They could not even move the bow even 1 millimeter. And finally, I found one person, and he says he's not agreeing for marriage. He accept the garland. You should marry her. If Gus says, then I'm okay. Okay. Then Ram said, "Okay, you can put garland." Ram is tall, Sita is short. Ram is not bending to accept the garland. Okay, Sita Devi is trying to put garland, and Ram is not bending. She was little confused what to do. Then Lakshman understood Sita Devi's awkward situation. So Lakshman then fell flat at Ram's lotus feet. So when somebody offers obeisances at your lotus feet, you have to bend in and pick up that person, right? So Ram bent down to pick up Lakshman, and Sita put garland. Okay, that's how their marriage has happened. So now here, of course, Krishna's marriage did not happen when Krishna broke the bow, but Krishna broke the bow. The breaking of this sound, means the sound of the bows breaking, that went to Kamsa's ears, and Kamsa's ears were just cracking. So he understood that, oh, my powerful enemy, my killer has come. He was so fearful, and that whole night he could not sleep only. But after killing some people, after doing some mischief, Krishna, Balaram, and all the Gopas came back to their house, their accommodation. Then Nanda Maharaj came to know what all they have done. Nanda Maharaj said, and he didn't say anything, but he was internally thinking, I told these boys not to do any mischief, but these boys went and killed some of the associates of Kamsa, and these boys have done a lot of mischief. I don't know what Kamsa is going to do next. He was extremely fearful. So that whole night, Nanda Maharaj could not sleep out of his concern and love and affection for Krishna and Balaram. And that whole night, Kamsa could not sleep out of his envy and hatred and fear of Krishna. So now one devotee and one demon both could not sleep, but the reasons are different. One's sleeplessness was out of love, other sleeplessness out of fear and envy. Okay, so Kamsa could not sleep. So that evening, Krishna, Balram, and all the Gopas came back to the camp, and they ate some food. Mother Yashoda has packed some rice mixed with uh, milk and sugar. She packed in the morning only for Krishna and Balram. So Krishna and Balram ate that. So generally, when you go outside for a tour and then come back, you take a bath, right? And Krishna did not just go for a tour; he killed few people. He killed the washerman and he killed few soldiers of Kamsa, but he did not take bath, right? He just went and happily slept. He's beyond all the rules and regulations. Okay, so Krishna came back and he slept, and next morning he just got up, and Kamsa saw all bad omens in the throughout the night. And next morning Kamsa called his elephant keeper. He is called Mahamatra, Mahapatra. I forgot the name. So he called the elephant keeper. Elephant is Kovalaya Peda. So he told the elephant keeper that oh, I'm having so much trust on you. So please save my life. This this Krishna has come. He's very powerful. He killed Keshi, Trinavarta, Vyomasur, Bakasur, Aghasur, Vatsasur, Arishtasur, Putana. So many people he has killed. Now he's going to come here. I don't know what's going to happen. So please keep your Kovalaya Pida elephant in front of the entrance of the wrestling arena that we have erected. And when Krishna comes to the entrance, you instigate Kovalaya Pida to kill Krishna and Balram. And he said, okay, fine, I'll do that. He was confident, as if he is able to do that. That is called foolish confidence. Okay. And so next day morning, Kamsa went and sat on his big dais. A big wrestling arena has been erected, big stadium. Okay. So many people are sitting in different galleries, and Kamsa came early in the morning to inspect the arrangements. So now Kamsa sat in the middle, and on one side, all the Yadu chiefs were there. On other side, Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd men who came from nearby villages, they are there. So like that, some chief and some general citizens are there. Men are there in one side, women are there on one side. So like that, people sat. But Krishna and Balram did not come to the wrestling arena. So Kamsa called Nanda Maharaj. What happened? Where are your sons? He asked. So that day early morning, Krishna and Balram told Nanda Maharaj, the Nanda Maharaj, we will somehow reach the wrestling arena. You please go ahead. We want to tour the city. We want to just have some more tour. Nanda Maharaj, yesterday also you said that you will go for a tour and then come back quietly, but you killed some people. Don't do such mischief now. I'm answerable to Kamsa. He's already cruel person, and you're mischievous people. So please don't spoil my fame here. Please come back without doing anything and come back on time. Oh, don't worry, Nanda Baba, I'll take care. So they went for a tour. So there he went to some Yamuna Ghat, and then he saw Yamuna, and then he went to different places, and then he came to Kamsa's wrestling arena from a different side. And Kovalaya Pida, the Mahamatra, the elephant keeper, came along with Kovalaya Pida in front of Krishna and Balram. So as soon as this person saw Krishna, he instigated the elephant to go and kill Krishna. So elephant came towards Krishna, and Krishna is a small boy, around 10-year-old boy, and elephant is so big. Krishna hid between the legs of elephant. So the Kovalayapeda is such a huge elephant that one Kovalayapeda has the strength of hundreds of elephants. Okay, one elephant itself is so strong, and Kovalayapeda has the strength of hundreds of elephants. So there are 4 legs, and these 4 legs are like 4 big pillars. And Krishna is happily hiding between the pillars and then playing some hide and seek with Kovalayapeda. He was looking in all directions. Where is this boy? So, and like that is a long fight, but Krishna allowed Kovalayapeda to fight with him and defeat him, just to encourage Kovalayapeda to fight. Because if Krishna wants, Krishna can just slap Kovalayapeda and then Kovalayapeda can die. But Krishna did not do that, because Krishna wanted to have some fun, longer fun. Okay. So finally, Krishna killed Kovalyapida. And after killing Kovalyapida, Krishna just picked up Kovalyapida by its trunk and then threw him down. And Kovalyapida died, and the Mahamatra also fell down. So, you know who was this Kovalyapida? Now, before telling who was Kovalyapida, let me tell you how Kovalyapida was instrumental in Kamsa's marriage. Okay. So, okay, but let me tell you the past life. After that only I'll tell you. Kovalyapida in his past life was the son of Bali Maharaj. His name was Mandagati. Once he went to Srirangam temple, Ranganath Swami temple for darshan. And he was moving without caring for anybody. People have to give side to him. So without caring for anyone, he was just moving here and there. And he was walking like an elephant. Then there is a sage named Trita. He came to this Mandagati and said that you are behaving like an elephant. Generally, when elephants walk, they don't care who is there on the side. Everybody has to move aside to give way to the elephant. Okay, elephant doesn't have any traffic signals, red light, green light. That doesn't work for elephant. Elephant will just go anyway. So you are behaving like an elephant. Better you become an elephant. He cursed him. So then he became an elephant in the next life. And somehow this Kovalyapida joined the camp of Jarasandha. Jarasandha was the king of Magadha. Okay. So this Jarasandha took possession of this elephant, and one day Jarasandha came out for some excursion, and he made a camp. And Kovalyapida went from Jarasandha's camp to Kamsa's camp. Kamsa was just 80 miles away. So then Kovalyapida, this elephant, powerful elephant, started creating some disturbance in Kamsa's camp. Kamsa got irritated. Who is this elephant? He picked up that elephant and threw him 80 miles away. 80 miles away. Kamsa had so much power that he could lift Kovalyapida and throw him 80 miles away. And that Kovalyapida went into Jarasandha's camp and fell there. And Jarasandha was surprised. My God, who has the power to even stand in front of Kovalyapida? But now here, this person did not stand in front of Kovalyapida. He threw Kovalyapida 80 miles away. He must be really powerful. He searched, who is that person? Who is that person? And Jarasandha came to Kamsa. And Kamsa said, yes, I threw your elephant. It's creating some disturbance here. Then Jarasandha was so impressed. You are so powerful. I offer my 2 daughters in marriage to you. Please marry my 2 daughters, Asti and Prapti. So that's because of Kovalyapida, Kamsa's marriage has happened. Okay. So then, so that Kovalyapida now died. Okay. When Kovalyapida died, Krishna and Balram went to Kovalyapida and picked up the 2 tusks of Kovalyapida. Okay, the long tusks, and they both were carrying them on their shoulders, and they have some transcendental perspiration on their face, and also some blood was also there sprinkled on their face. So like this, they entered the wrestling arena of Kamsa. So meanwhile, Kamsa was asking Nanda Maharaj, where are your sons? Then Nanda Maharaj said, oh, they're coming, they're on the way. Then Kamsa said, don't worry, yesterday they did some mischief. I understand that they killed our soldiers, they broke our bow, but I will not punish them. They're very naughty, they need to be disciplined, but I will not punish them. Don't worry, call them, send your men to bring them. So Kamsa is just acting very diplomatically like a king, trying to reassure and encourage Nanda Maharaj, but internally he was so fearful, he was so frightened. He was hoping and praying inside that Kovalyapida kill these 2 boys. Okay, but nothing happened. So they came to wrestling arena, seeing this first darshan. First time Kamsa was seeing Krishna. So seeing this first darshan, he was so mesmerized. So who will recite this shloka? Very long shloka. Prashasta, you try. Sri Ram, I unmute you. You recite the second 2 lines. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prashasta, now you recite. Mallanam ashanirnam naravarah strinam smaro murtiman. Okay, half at a time. Mallanam ashanirnam naravarah.
Mallanam Asanirna Naravaraha.
Strinam smaro murtiman.
Srinam Smaras Murtina Man.
Gopanam swajano satam kshitibhujam.
Gopanam Swajano Satam Kshiti Pujam.
Shasta swapitro sishuhum.
Pasta Swapitra Shishuhu.
Sri Ram. Mrityar bhojapater virada vidusham.
Mrityurbodhapate Virada Vidusam.
Tattvam param yoginam.
Tattam Param Yoginam.
Shminam paradevateti vidito.
Rishinam Paradevate Vito Vidito.
Rangam gatah sagrajah.
Rangam Gata Sagraha.
So when Krishna and Balaram entered the wrestling arena, different categories of people saw him in different ways. Mallana Mashani Ranam Naravaraha. Mallana means the wrestlers saw Krishna like a lightning bolt, thunderbolt. It was so powerful because thunderbolt is set to smash mountains. The wrestlers are like mountains. Krishna is like a thunderbolt. Okay. Mallanam Ashanir Dranam Naravaraha. All the men saw Krishna as the best of all males. Strinam Smaro Murtiman. All the women saw him as a very handsome, attractive young boy. Okay. Gopanam Swajano. The Gopas saw Krishna as their own men, their own friend. Asatam Kshiti Bhujam. Bad kings saw Krishna as a punisher. Shasta. Sapitroha Sishuhu. Krishna's own parents saw Krishna as their child. Mrityur Bhojapatir. Kamsa saw Krishna as death personified. Virada Vidusham. There are some little ignorant people. They saw Krishna as universal form. Okay. Tattvam Param Yoginam. Great yogis saw Krishna as Paratattva, absolute truth. If you don't understand this terminology, it's okay. You can learn when you're grown up. Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito. All the Vrishnis saw Krishna as the supremely worshipable deity. So in this way, 10 categories of people saw Krishna in 10 different ways. Okay. And Krishna standing there, elderly people, his people at the level of his parents, they can see Krishna with parental affection, motherly or fatherly affection. And some younger people, they can see him as friend. And some demoniac people, they can see him as a punisher, as death personified. So Krishna can inspire different kinds of emotions in the hearts of people at the same time. We have discussed in Govardhan Leela, right? He lifted Govardhan. Different devotees are seeing him in different ways. He's Akhila Rasamrita Murti. So then Chanura and Mushtika, the two wrestlers of Kamsa, came in front of Krishna and Balram and pulled them into a discussion. He said, oh, Chanura and Mushtika, they said, okay, you are young boys, you should fight with us. Let's do wrestling. Then Krishna said, how can we do wrestling with you? We are cowhead boys and you are wrestlers. We are not professional wrestlers. So when wrestling has to happen, when fighting has to happen, it has to happen between two equals, not between a 10-year-old boy and such huge mountain like wrestlers, grown-up men. We are not accustomed to wrestling. Then he said, I know you wrestle. My dear Krishna, don't lie. I know you wrestle. During your cowhead pastimes, means during your pastimes of tending cows in the forest, you wrestle with other gopas. So in the forest of Vrindavan, Krishna used to wrestle with Sridama, Sudama, and sometimes he would get defeated also. We know that. Then Krishna said, yes, we wrestle, but that's less like a childish play. I wrestle with my own equal friends, not with people like you. And I don't have so much strength. I'm a small child. Then Chanura said that don't hide your strength. You just have killed Kuvalaya Pida. And in Vrindavan, you have also killed so many demons like Keshi, Aristasura, etc., etc. Don't hide your strength. Apparently, you are showing humility and you are saying that you are not qualified to fight with me. Then Krishna said, no, no, no. Who said that I have killed so many demons? They just died because they deserve to die. Actually, when Kuvalayapeda came towards me, I became so fearful. I was so frightened. So I started running away from there. And Kuvalayapeda, just to attack me, he ran behind me, just to hit me with its tusks. Kuvalayapeda did like this, and his tusks went into the ground, and the tusks broke, and the elephant died. And because tusks are there, I just picked up the tusk and came here. I did not kill Kuvalayapeda. So Krishna very smartly and cleverly gave this answer. And he said, Arishtasur, I killed, but Arishtasur was an old bull. Okay, I just touched it and it just got killed. So like that, Krishna just minimized the power that he exhibited in Vrindavan and even recently in Mathura also. Then Chanura said, whatever it may be, we understand you are very powerful, and more than all that, it is the order of King Kamsa that we have to wrestle with each other. So when king orders, we are supposed to follow the orders. We are his citizens. So let us not waste time. Let's start wrestling. Then this whole conversation was being observed by so many people, especially the ladies in Mathura. They became very compassionate on Krishna and Balram. These are young boys. These people are such a bull-like, elephant-like wrestlers. Why this kind of match is happening? It's totally injustice. And people who are sitting here and observing this whole scene, they don't know dharma. And by being here, we will also become part of this dharma. They become so compassionate. And you know what they said? In Vrindavan, Krishna is lovingly seen by all the gopis and gopas. They never had the misfortune of seeing Krishna in such a miserable situation where he's being attacked by these wrestlers. So, but we are unfortunate. We are seeing Krishna with blood spots on his body, and these people are attacking him out of their intense loving affection. They just felt like that. So, this shloka, who will recite? Yadunandan. It's a little longer shloka. Let Yadunandan recite. Punyabata vraja bhuvo yadayam drilinga. We can't hear you, Yadunandan. Okay, Yashoda. Punyabata vraja bhuvo yadayam drilinga.
Punyavata Vrajabhuvoyada Namnalinga
Gudha Purana Purusho Vanachitra Malya
Guda Purana Purusho Vanachitramalya
Gah Palayan Sahabalaha Kwanayam Shavenum
Gapalayan Sabalakwana Yam Shavenam
Vikriditanchati Giritra Ramarchitangri
Vikriditan Chitagiratra Ramanchi Tagrihi.
Amayachitangri. So, in this shloka, basically, all the Mathura Vasis are appreciating the good fortune of Vrajavasis. Vrajavasis never had this predicament of seeing Krishna in such a piteous condition, being attacked by wrestlers. They are so fortunate, but we are unfortunate. And they are specifically appreciating the good fortune of gopis while appreciating Krishna's darshan, Krishna's beauty. They said, Gopyastapah kimacharan yadamushya rupam lavanya saramasamordhamananya siddham Drigbhi pibantyanu sababhinavam durapam ekanta dhama yashashah shriya aishwarasya Gopyaha tapah kimacharan yadamushya rupam. What great austerities, what great pious activities did the gopis do to be able to see this beautiful form of Krishna? Krishna's form has 6 qualities. 1. Lavanya saram. It's the essence of all loveliness. Asamordham. There's no other form that is comparable with Krishna's form. Right? Lavanya saram asamordham means no other form is as beautiful as Krishna's form. Definitely nothing is more beautiful than Krishna's form. Asamordham. And where did Krishna get that much beauty? Ananya siddham means Krishna did not get it from somewhere else. It's there innate in him. It is his natural characteristic. Okay, Ananya Siddham. Drigbhihi pibanti anusava abhinavam. The more you see Krishna's form, the more you feel like seeing him. Because it's ever fresh. You don't get bored. Daily you take the darshan of the same deity, you don't get bored. He has insatiable beauty. Okay, Ananya Siddham. Dirgbihi pibanti anusava. Dirgbihi pibanti means when you drink the nectar of Krishna's beauty with your eyes, you feel like drinking more and more. Okay. It's like a regular drunkard. He takes and then he wants to drink more and more. A spiritual drunkard, he drinks not with his mouth but with his eyes. Okay, and he wants more and more beauty of Krishna, more and more darshan of Krishna. And he also drinks with his ears, Krishna Katha, the pastimes of Krishna, and he wants to hear more and more. Okay, so Ekanta Dhama Yashasha Shri Aishwarasya, and he's also an abode of all opulences. Okay, so the gopis are saying that such a beautiful form is regularly being seen by gopis. They are so fortunate. Okay, so like that, they said now. Seeing the anxiety of all the Mathura ladies, Krishna wanted to encourage them and reassure them. He said, okay, Chanura, I'll fight with you. Mushtika, you can fight with Balram. Fighting began. I don't want to discuss the full fight. They were trying to use their fists and arms and knees and legs to defeat each other. And somehow Krishna and Balram killed Chanura and Mushtika. Okay, Krishna killed Chanura, Balaramji killed Mushtika. So, and Kamsa became so anxious. My God. Then he called other people. You come, you come. Shala, Toshala, Kota. 3 more people are there. They also came to kill Krishna and Balram. So, but Krishna and Balram killed them also. Okay. Except Kamsa, everybody was rejoicing. Okay. So then, who are these wrestlers? There are 5 wrestlers, right? Chandura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kota. There was a great sage named Utatya. He had 5 sons. And they were Brahmanas. So he told these 5 sons, you recite these shlokas, you chant these mantras. So he gave an assignment of shloka recitation. Like in our Bhagavad Gita course, we used to tell you, you learn this shloka by tomorrow. You remember that? So similarly, Utatya gave them some assignment of remembering some shlokas, chanting some mantras. But these 5 Brahmana boys, they did not learn the mantras. They went to Bali Maharaj's camp. There are some wrestling matches happening. Okay. And they were watching the wrestling match. Okay. With so much of attention. So they abandoned their Vedic studies and they took interest in watching wrestling match. Then Utatya came and said, what are you doing? You are Brahmanas. Brahmanas are supposed to be cultivating Vedic knowledge. And this wrestling and all, this is the job of Kshatriyas. So you are showing inclination to see wrestling match. I curse you to become wrestlers. Okay. You fall down from your Brahmana position and then you become wrestlers. And they became wrestlers in the next life and they joined Kamsa. Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kota. Okay. So now Krishna killed them now. Next, then Kamsa became so crazy because all his plans were lost. Before even Krishna and Balram came to Mathura, he had sent Keshi and who else? You tell. Kamsa sends 2 demons to kill Krishna and Balram in Vrindavan.
Prabhuji, Keshi and Vyomasur.
Exactly. Keshi and Vyomasur. Krishna killed both of them. And after coming out, Kamsa kept Kovalaya Peda. And Kovalaya Peda also died. And he kept 5 wrestlers there. Chandura, Mushtara, Shala, Toshla, Kuta. They also died. And Kamsa alone was left. He became so crazy. Kill these 2 boys, Krishna and Balram. Kill their parents, Devaki and Vasudeva. Kill my father, Ugrasena. Kill Nanda Maharaj. Kill all these Yadus. Kill all these Gopas. He became so crazy and he shouted at the top of his voice. Krishna thought, enough. I have tolerated you since long time. Krishna jumped from the wrestling ring onto the dais. And Kamsa took a sword and shield and he ran towards Krishna to kill him. And Krishna picked up Kamsa and then threw him on the wrestling ring. Not big fight. Okay. He threw him on the wrestling ring. Just with the force with which Krishna threw him on the wrestling ring, Kamsa died. And Krishna jumped onto the wrestling ring and then saw, by the time Kamsa already died, so no more fighting. So Krishna, but people did not know whether Kamsa died or he was sleeping or he's snoring or he became unconscious. People don't know. So Krishna picked up his dead body and dragged the dead body in front of everyone. So just to declare to everyone that Kamsa has just died. Okay. So in this way, the Supreme Lord Krishna killed Kamsa, and also Kamsa had 8 brothers. These 8 brothers also were killed by Krishna and Balram together. They all came to attack Krishna and Balram, and Krishna and Balram killed them also. So who was Kamsa in his past life? Kamsa was a demon named Kalanemi. You know that story of Samudra Manthan, where the Devatas and Danavas came together and churned the milk ocean. So after that whole churning happened, we'll discuss in detail later. Today is Dhanvantari appearance, right? Right. So Dhanvantari, he came from Samudra Manthan only with a nectar pot. After the churning, all the Devatas received the nectar, and the demons did not receive even a single drop. So Danavas became furious, and they started fighting with the Devatas. So in that fight, because Devatas are very powerful, and on top of it, they just drank nectar, they were overpowering the demons, and they were about to kill all the demons. So at this point, the demons created some demoniac illusions. Okay, they created some mystic powers, and then Devatas became very bewildered. Oh my God, what's happening? So they prayed to Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu came there on the back of Garuda, and he dispelled all these demoniac illusions, and he killed some demons, prominent demons. One of them was Kalanemi. So Krishna killed Kalanemi. Krishna means Vishnu. Vishnu killed Kalanemi. Kalanemi became very, and later, after the fight was over, Sukracharya, the guru of the demons, he revived the life of Bali Maharaj, and also Bali Maharaj and Kalanemi and many other demons. So then Kalanemi had a great revengeful attitude towards Kamsa, towards Krishna, towards Vishnu. So then he took birth as Kamsa now, and Kamsa is again killed in the hands of Kalanemi. So, Krishna. So now Kamsa died, his brothers died, his associates died, his wrestlers died, everybody died. Then Devaki and Vasudeva came running to Krishna, but they were not embracing Krishna and Balram. They were stunned. They folded their hands. They were offering obeisances to Krishna and Balram. Mother Devaki was the mother of Krishna, and after 10 years, she saw her child, but Devaki is just offering dandavats, offering prayers to Krishna. Krishna did not feel good. He was not comfortable. Oh, my child, you have lost you. I did not see you since 10 years. Then he said, he wiped her tears. Please don't worry. I have come back to you. I'll take care of you. So he reassured her. So Yashoda Mata's affection for Krishna is pure Vatsalya affection. There is no tinge of Aishwarya Bhav there. Yashoda, although Krishna exhibits his godhood in front of Mother Yashoda, Yashoda does not consider Krishna as God. But Mother Devaki and Vasudeva, they consider Krishna as God sometimes, and they offer prayers. As soon as Krishna was born, they offered prayers. And after 10 years, again they are seeing Krishna, and they just saw Krishna as a killer of Kamsa, Chandura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshila, Kota. They were just overpowered by seeing his power. So they offered obeisances. But Krishna just did some magic, and then Mother Devaki embraced Krishna, and then they treated them like children. Then Krishna arranged for the funeral pyres of all these dead relatives, after all their yadus. And Krishna and Balram met their parents, and then Krishna installed Ugrasena as the king of Mathura. Okay. And then now it's another heart-touching scene. By this time, the news that Vasudev has kept Krishna in the house of Nanda Maharaj in the middle of the night, that news has spread everywhere. Okay. Nanda Maharaj understood the whole scene. Now Krishna came to Nanda Maharaj and said, Nanda Maharaj, I need to stay here. I'll have to stay here. So please, you go to Gokul. So, and I will have to fulfill some of my responsibilities. I just killed Kamsa. There are so many supporters of Kamsa who might attack Mathura. All of them will disturb the peace of Mathura. So I will have to protect Mathura from all those enemies. So you please go ahead. And it's a long discussion, and Nanda Maharaj couldn't digest it. Whatever heart-touching scene has happened in Vrindavan, when Krishna was leaving Vrindavan, another such heart-touching scene happened even now also. Nanda Maharaj, without Krishna, he had to leave. Okay. So then Krishna continued to stay with his relatives. But actually speaking, as we discussed yesterday also, uh, although the pain of separation experienced by Krishna, by the gopis and Vrajavasis was described by Sukadeva Goswami elaborately, uh, Krishna's pain was not described so much. Even Krishna also was weeping secretly. Although you may think that okay, Krishna is happily touring Mathura. When he came to Mathura, actually Krishna was searching for the faces of gopis. Who has the, in amongst the Mathura Vasis, who has the faces of gopis? Who can remind me of the gopis? He was searching everywhere. He was missing. Internally, secretly, he wept in separation from all the Brajavasis. So, anyways, he had to stay there. Then Vasudev and Devaki thought that okay, Krishna has to be given education now, because when Krishna was there in Mathura, I'm sorry, when Krishna was there in Vrindavan, he was educated like a Vaishya. Okay, Vaishya is cowhead boy. So he was trained in taking care of cows. But now he's a Kshatriya. He's a son of Vasudev. So he has to be trained like a Kshatriya. He has to learn some Shastric knowledge, and he also has to have some art, some military arts training. So he was sent to school, to Sandipani Muni's school. Krishna, Balaram, and Sudama, all of them studied in Sandipani Muni's school, and Krishna learnt all the Vedas and all the Upanishads and 64 arts in 64 days. Okay. And also Krishna rescued Nanda Maharaj, sorry, Sandipani Muni's son. After education is over, then he went to the Samudra and he rescued the son of Sandipani Muni. Okay. So as Guru Dakshina, he gave him to Sandipani Muni. Then, okay, this we will discuss tomorrow, because this is a nice, again, we are reminded of Vrindavan. Tomorrow also we will be discussing a little bit about Vrindavan. Actually, Sukadeva Goswami was not very happy that Krishna came out of Vrindavan. He is also on the side of gopis only. Although Krishna came to Mathura, still Sukadeva Goswami is describing Vrindavan only. Every now and then he describes the past, describes the glory of Brajavasis through the memory of Mathuravasis. So like that, the memories of Vrindavan haunt Krishna and haunt Sukadeva Goswami also. And when Krishna shifts to Dwarka, tomorrow hopefully we will go to Dwarka pastimes. Means by the end of the tomorrow's session, we'll complete Mathura pastimes, then we'll shift to Dwarka pastimes. So till Krishna goes to Dwarka, the Vrindavan vibes are haunting. Okay, are there in Bhagavatam. So tomorrow we'll discuss a very enchanting episode where Uddhava visits Vrindavan. Krishna was missing Vrajavasis, right? So Krishna sends Uddhava to Vrindavan and says, please give my message to my parents. I'm missing them. So Krishna, Uddhava goes there. We'll discuss that tomorrow. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions, comments? Okay. Gaur Sundar Prabhu.
Prabhuji, you hadn't tell what Kolara paid 5 wrestlers and Kamsa represents.
Actually, this analysis is given for the demons that Krishna killed in Mathura, in Vrindavan, not so much in Mathura. So we need to find out, do some scriptural research about the anarthas represented by these demons. But the discussion is given mainly about Vrindavan demons. Okay. Shri Ram.
Prabhuji, will you tell about a kidnapping of Rukmini?
Yes, of course. I will tell on the 4th day.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Tomorrow we will complete Mathura pastimes. Then on the 4th day we will come to Dwarka pastimes. And the first thing that Krishna does in Dwarka is kidnapping Rukmini. Okay.
Prabhuji, and Balram killing Vritsasur?
Balram killing whom? Gorilla, Dvivida. We will discuss that also. Maybe on 5th or 6th day we'll discuss that. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Shyama, are you there? Shyama? Okay, Shweta. Shweta, am I
Hare
here?
Krishna Prabhuji. So my doubt is, so when somebody wishes to see God, he should first we desire something, right? Because we have to, if we want to go to Golok Vrindavan, we cannot desire. So everybody and one person did 5,000 years tapas, right? Then why can't he just say, I want to go to Golok Vrindavan, and instead he took another birth and then saw Krishna?
See, one thing is, like some of these devotees, they're very exalted. They also want to participate in Krishna's pastimes. Okay. And why does Krishna perform pastimes in this material world? If at all he wants to take us back to Godhead, he would have come here and then taken us back to Godhead within a moment. But he comes here and he performs enchanting pastimes and he attracts our hearts, and we should develop a voluntary spirit to serve him and reconnect with him. And Krishna waits for that. He doesn't want to force us. He doesn't want to hypnotize us to love him and to serve him. So he waits. So he performs pastimes. So when he performs pastimes in this world, some of his devotees also participate in his pastimes, right? So if they're so pure enough, they can even go to Goloka and Krishna can take them. But if they go to Goloka, how will we know about the pastime of Sudama here? Okay. For our purification, we need to hear the devotional service rendered by all these great souls. So create a subject matter for all of us. They are here. Okay, Shweta?
And my one more doubt is, Prabhuji, when Krishna was small, he did Damodar Leela, so that time he said lies is okay. Now he is big and now also he is telling lies. How this is fine?
Where did he speak lies now?
Prabhuji, that task, Prabhuji, he told I did not even kill
Yes.
anybody.
See, speaking lies is done in different contexts. One, with a malicious intention, with an evil intention to cheat somebody or harm somebody. Second, to create humor. Okay. Okay. Out of humility. Now, for example, somebody says, Hari, you have done such a wonderful thing. No, I have not done anything. I mean, he did a wonderful thing, definitely. When he says, I have not done it, it's not lie. He's showing his humility. He's showing his simplicity. He's not taking credit for it. So now, technically, some are not called lies. We need to see the spirit and motive and the consciousness behind their words. Okay, so Krishna spoke here. It's a perfectly syncing. It's in harmony with the whole mood there. He wanted to avoid fight with Chanura Mustika and is cleverly speaking something. It's not technically called lies. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Shama.
So, Prabhuji, I have two questions. One is, if Krishna is the Supreme Lord, how can he steal butter like a robber?
Okay, I'm sorry. So the butter is soft. Butter is white, pure, pristine. So that butter represents the butter-like, pure, pristine, soft hearts of all the gopis. When Krishna steals butter like a robber, as you said, that is basically he's stealing the hearts of his devotees. Okay, and he wants to give that pleasure to the devotees. Actually, all the gopis make butter just so that they can Krishna can come and steal that butter. Okay, makes sense. Shama?
Okay. The next question was, if Krishna is like 10 years old, like what you were saying, like how he defeated Kamsa, like when he was like 10 years old, how can he kill like a big and powerful
Okay, Krishna
person?
is Supreme Lord. If as an infant child who is less than 10 days old, is hardly 3 or 6 days old, he can kill Putana. As 3 months old baby, if he can kill Shakatasur, As a 1-year-old baby, if he can kill Trinavarta 800,000 miles high in the sky, why can't he kill him resurrection? He's the Supreme Lord. Okay?
Okay.
Can do anything. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Prashasta. Prashasta is younger. We'll ask her.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my
Hmm.
question is, what's the past life of that that elephant keeper?
Oh, it's not mentioned. It's not mentioned. Okay.
Prabhuji, my next question is, then like Kamsa told Akrura to even like to call Krishna and Balram, Nan Maharaj and Yashoda Mata also. So why isn't it mentioned that Yashoda Mata also came?
Oh, Mother Yashoda did not come. Okay, because he's coming for Dhanuryaga, and generally men travel to pay taxes. Women are staying there. And the wives are staying there in the Gokul village. Yashoda Mata did not come.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Srivats, you're missing your questions.
Prabhuji, my question was what Prabhuji, my question was why did when Krishna asked the washerman to give him clothes, why that washerman said that people would kill Krishna or etc.
So Krishna wanted some new clothes because he came like a cowhead boy and he saw so many clothes there, very colorful royal clothes, which are used by kings. So Krishna wanted those clothes, so he asked. Okay, and he did not give. See, not giving is one thing, but he insulted them. So Krishna became angry and punished him, killed him. But it's not that Krishna is killing, Krishna is liberating them. Okay.
Okay. My second question is why around that washerman assistants and donkeys were there?
Oh, he is head washerman. Okay. There are so many washermen in Mathura, but he is the best or the most popular washerman because he's washing the clothes of Kamsa, the king, directly. So he had so many assistant washermen and so many braying donkeys around him because traditionally donkeys used to carry these clothes. So he had so many clothes to wash. So many donkeys to carry them. Okay.
Okay.
Krishi Keshan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, nice class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thank you. Prabhuji
Cheer Darshan.
Prabhuji, and can you say the pastimes of why Diwali is celebrated, Prabhuji?
Oh, Diwali celebration. Tomorrow we'll take that. Tomorrow I'll take only few minutes. Otherwise, I'll not be able to complete our syllabus. I will discuss that. Anyways, we are
Yes,
going to discuss that soon. But tomorrow I'll discuss.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Next, who is next? Harshi, I'll ask you last. Yashoda.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class. I haven't heard about the 8 brothers of Kamsa. So who are they? Even they had some revengeful attitude and they were also killed by Vishnu with Kamsa, or how was it?
They were also they had some Purana says that they have. Tomorrow I'll come back with that reference. There's some mention about their past life also. Tomorrow I'll share that in the beginning of the class.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yadunandan.
Prabhuji, when will the MCQ test be shared in the group?
MCQ test, right? Okay, I'll ask our team to post maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is third, right? Third session. Okay, after tomorrow we. Harshi.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class. So
Here
I want to ask my questions first from the previous child Krishna class. So in that, I wanted to know how did Krishna Bhagavan pacify Yashoda Mata while leaving Vrindavan?
See, Mother Yashoda did not have an option. She was speechless. She was just crying. But it is king's order, and this local king, the main king, Mathura Mandal king Kamsa, has ordered that Krishna and Balaram has to go. And Vrindavan king Nanda Maharaj had to be obedient to that order, and he made a decision. So Yashoda Mata did not have many dialogues there, and she could not speak much. And there is no option only. She has to admit. So Krishna definitely must have pacified her, must have said that I will come back soon, my dear mother. I'll just come within some time, but we have to abide by the order of the king. He must have said that, but there could be some detailed description in some Purana, but within the books that I read, Garga Samhita, Anandavardhana Champu, Gopal Champu, Harivamsha, and all these books, Bhagavatam commentaries, that discussion is not very much there. Definitely, Krishna went to all the younger gopis, Madhurya gopis, and consoled them. But Mother Yashoda, what did he speak? We need to do some research.
Prabhuji, I have heard from somewhere that Krishna Bhagavan asked Yashoda Mata which Leela she liked the most of his. And she said she liked the Govardhan Leela the most. So then he said, like he made a different roop of himself. He like made another incarnation of himself that was doing the Govardhan, like Govardhan Leela. And he gave it to her and told her to like serve her, serve this incarnation as her own son.
Okay.
So that's what I've heard.
This you heard somewhere? You're asking
Yes,
for
sir.
confirmation.
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear this. I don't know. It may be somewhere in some other book, Purana, something like that.
Yes.
I am not aware. I didn't read.
Okay. And I also wanted to know, did Krishna ever cry when he was leaving Vrindavana?
Krishna?
Did Krishna ever cry when he was leaving Vrindavan?
Krishna was crying incessantly. He was weeping, but secretly within his heart. But externally, he was showing as if he's comfortable and responsible. It's his responsibility. But internally, he was weeping. He also misses Vrajavasis a lot.
Okay, Professor. And I've also heard another story that while leaving, like Radharani, she was very composed, and she said that you have your responsibilities and you need to leave. I completely understand. So then she did like aarti, like a Madhurya type of aarti, and then Krishna in like to respect her aarti, he gave her his flute, and she's like, no, you keep your flute with you as a remembrance of me. So is that story somewhere mentioned?
I don't remember reading that. It may be true. See, there are so many books describing Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. I didn't read all the books. What you have heard must be true. Amarendra Prabhu, he is an authority on Vrindavan pastimes. I keep hearing him also sometimes. He keeps sharing from multiple books, right? So like that, there are some devotees who are very well read in Vrindavan pastimes. So I'll have to learn from them and read more.
Okay. And another question was, Purnamasi Devi, what was her past life?
Her past life, she's an eternal associate of Krishna in the spiritual world.
Oh, wow.
Right? No past life there. See, there are three types of devotees: Nitya Siddha, Sadhana Siddha, Kripa Siddha. Nitya Siddha means they are eternally perfect, eternal associates of Krishna. Sadhana Siddha means they perform some sadhana, some spiritual practices according to the rules of scriptures and Guru's instructions, and they perfect themselves. They have some past life background. And third category is Kripa Siddha. They may not do any sadhana actually, but some devotees of the Supreme Lord himself may show some mercy upon them. Okay, because of that special mercy given to them, they will become Siddha, they will become perfect. Like Bali Maharaj was a Kripa Siddha. He received Kripa or special mercy from Prahlad Maharaj, his grandfather. So these are Nitya Siddha devotees, Purnamasi, Yashoda Mata, Nanda Maharaj. We can't say their past lives. They are eternally Krishna's parents, Krishna's associates.
Okay. And my questions from today's class are the non-devotees of Mathura. So after a while, did they slowly like, start becoming devotees and start like loving Krishna?
After
Krishna like properly stayed in Mathura for a while, did the non-devotees, like the non-devotee citizens of Mathura, start loving him, start becoming devotees?
in Mathura, general citizens are not exactly non-devotees. They are obliged to be under the rule of Kamsa. There may be some people who are associates of Kamsa who agree with his philosophy and all, who may become his associates, like the soldiers. Krishna punishes them and kills them. But general people are innocent. They just follow the ruler. Okay? So Mathuravasis are, many of them are also associates of Krishna. Okay.
So like the way
They must
that
have been transformed also. There's no special mention about them. They also must have become transformed. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. And
Frozen.
one last
What is
question. Yes, sir. Prabhuji. Hello, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. It's
Hare
frozen.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Just one last question. So when Krishna was very small, he got married to a gopi. During that, like when Brahmaji took all away his friends.
Radharani only. Brahmaji conducted the marriage of Radharani and Krishna.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you. Hasini?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I have a question, Prabhu. You said you told Kuvalapid was the son of Bali Maharaj. Then Vamana said that I will not kill the descendants of Bali Maharaj. Then why did Krishna kill the son of Bali Maharaj?
Oh, you see, this is not exactly killing. This is liberating. Okay. So his descendant, Prahlad's descendant, is stuck up in an elephant body. Krishna liberated him.
Oh.
From a killing perspective. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Rivats, you have another question? Or Krishikeshan? Your hand is still raised. Prashasta.
Prabhuji, I'm Krishikeshan, Prabhuji.
Yes. Yes.
Prabhuji, can I sing Damodara Ashtakam tomorrow?
Are you able to hear my background voice here?
Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
Yamuna Arati. After this Yamuna Arati, we will start Damodara Ashtakam. But anyways, you can sing. But let's complete this line. Prashasta, you have a question? No question, right?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yeah, please ask. Krishi, you can ask. You can sing after that.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, like when Krishna was leaving for Mathura, Radharani also might have cried for Krishna, like not to leave her, like not to leave Vrindavan. But how did Krishna console her?
Oh, Radharani.
Yeah.
Oh, we discussed elaborately. I think for half an hour we discussed in our previous child Krishna. You were there. So Krishna expanded himself into several forms, and he went and met individually. He met each and every gopi. Okay, and consoled them specifically. And Krishna promised to Radharani that I will come every month here in an invisible form, not in a publicly visible form, but he will come every month. He promised her that I will come every month. Please give me permission. And we also discussed the background of Sridama cursing Radharani that she will be separated from Krishna for 100 years, and Radharani curses Sridama that he will become Shankachoda demon. Okay.
Not Sridama. I heard that he was Sudama.
Sridama.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Srivats, any concluding comments? Srivats Purohit, Prabhu.
Why
why did Kansa did why Krishna why that what is who was Hiranyakashipu in his past life?
Oh, Hiranyakashipu in past life, he was Jaya. In the spiritual world, there are Vaikuntha doorkeepers, Jaya and Vijaya. They were cursed by the four Kumaras because four Kumaras, little 5-year-old boys, sages, they went to Vaikuntha to see Vishnu, but Jaya and Vijaya, the doorkeepers, did not allow them inside. So they became Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And Lord took the. Okay, thank you. Okay, Krishikeshan, are you there? You left. Okay, he is not there. He wanted to sing, but okay, we'll conclude here. So tomorrow we'll meet for the remaining pastimes. Thank you very much, children. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh, Krishikeshan, you are here. Okay.
Hare Krishna, bro.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
can I sing, bro?
Yeah, please sing. Please sing.
Yes, Broji. Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodapiyalohaladavamanam Paramrishtamatyantadotrutya Gopya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rudantam Muhurnetra Yukmam Rijantam Karambojayukmena Shatankanetram Rudantam Muhurnetra Yukmam Rujantam Karambojayukmena Shatankanetram Muhuswasakam Bhatri Rekhankakanta Sthiti Kraivam Damodaram Bhaktibadam Muhuswasakam Bhatri Rekhankakanda Sthiti Kraivam Damodaram Bhaktibadam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Idi Dritsvalila Kunde Shvagosham Nimajantam Makyabhayantam Idi Dritsvalila Kunde Shvagosham Nimajantam Makyabhayantam Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktirjitatvam Punah prematastam sada vritti vande Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktirjitatvam Punah prematastam sada vritti vande Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Varam Deva Moksham Na Mokshavatim Va Na Chanyam Vrineham Vare Shatabiha Idam te vapurnada gopalapalam Sada me manasa virastam kimanyai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
idam te mukambojam atyanta neelair vridam kundalai snikta raktaischa gopya muhusumbitam bimba raktataram me मनसा विरास्तामलं लक्ष्यलाभै हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो देव दामोदरानंद विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जालधिमग्नम् कृपा दृष्टि वृष्यादि दीनं पदानु गृहाणे क्षमामज्ञं ये दक्षिदृश्य हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कुबेरात्मजौ भक्तमूर्त्वैव यद्वत् त्वया मोषितौ भक्तिभाजकृतौ च तदा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वगाम्य प्रयच्छ न मोक्षग्रहो मे अस्ति दामोदरेह हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरद्दीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाद विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी
Hari Hari, thank you so much, appreciation.
Thank
Our
you.
terrace has become so dark now. I need to go down. Okay, thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll meet. Tomorrow Prashasta will sing Damodarashtakam in the beginning. Okay, thank you.
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी
Right.
Krishna Prabhu, Nanat Pranam. Thank you.